We've already shown you the most unique and unusual things and phenomena from all over the world. Now, it's time for the people. And not just any people, but individuals who defy everything we thought we knew about human biology, logic, or even plain reality. These aren't just people with rare conditions or weird traits. These are the kind of people who shouldn't even exist. Yet they do. If you're the kind of person who loves the strange, this video's going to hit that nerve. Let's start off with number 15, Tessa. Tessa was born with Bosma-Arrhynia microphthalmia syndrome, or BAMS, which is one of the rarest conditions in the world. She has no nose, limited vision, and lacks the brain structures needed to smell. At just 8 days old, doctors inserted a tracheostomy tube to help her breathe. Her first nose implant was 3D printed when she was 4. It was small, but adorable. A larger implant followed, but infections forced them to remove it. Now, at 8, she's waiting for her third. She's eager. She just wants to wear her glasses again. Her spirit is what everyone remembers. She jokes about how not smelling bad things is a perk. She's had multiple consults at Great Ormond Street Hospital in London, and her doctors remain hopeful. Her parents say Tessa lifts every room she enters. She's not defined by what she doesn't have. She's focused on what's next. "When I get my new nose," she says, "I'm going to be so happy." And no one doubts that. Number 14, Phineas Gage. Phineas P. Gage was born in 1823 in New Hampshire and worked as a railroad foreman. He was respected, strong, and dependable. But in 1848, while he was working in Vermont, everything changed. Gage was setting off explosives to blast through rock when disaster struck. A heavy iron rod shot upward, entering near his left cheek and exiting through the top of his skull. Most wouldn't have survived a second. But not only did Gage live, he stood up, spoke clearly, and walked away. He lost his left eye, but somehow he recovered. Medical experts were shocked. After healing, Gage left railroad work and began traveling with a circus, telling his story to crowds who couldn't believe what they were seeing. A man, alive, talking, despite a rod having once passed clean through his brain. Phineas died in 1860 after a series of seizures, but his case remains one of the strangest in medical history. A man who lost part of his brain, but not his life. Number 13, Kinley Hyman. Kinley has abs that most grown adults would trade gym memberships for. At just 7, she's already got a six-pack that looks sculpted, something her mom says showed up by the time she turned 3. Her mom, Angel, proudly shares updates with over 700,000 followers across TikTok and Instagram, showing Kinley flipping, flexing, and fixing her own makeup. She started beauty pageants at 2 and gymnastics soon after. Angel used to bring her to cheerleading practice, where Kinley would mimic routines just by watching. These days, she trains hard, sticks to her healthy diet, and still finds room for cookies. She's confident, loud in the best way, and already dreams of Olympic gold and Hollywood fame. Negative comments come, but Angel brushes them off. She trains hard and is strong. What am I supposed to do about it? The kid's ripped, and she knows it. She and her brother even compete over whose abs are better. Number 12, Amare. Amare lives with one of the most severe known cases of neurofibromatosis type 1. His body grows internal and external tumors, including on his face, over his eyes, and along his spine. Chemo helped for a while, but doctors are deciding if he'll need it again. He can only see slightly through his right eye, but that doesn't stop him from playing with his cousins or dreaming of football. His mom says he's just like any other kid, funny, stubborn, full of life, except he's had to endure more than most. The public can be harsh. A group of kids once called him a monster at the park, but he never went back. His mom had to remind him that he isn't a monster. He's her son. They now rely on a GoFundMe to cover constant hospital visits. Through everything, Amare keeps smiling. He lights up when he talks about meeting the Harlem Globetrotters. He doesn't act like he has a condition. He acts like a kid. And he is one of the most beautiful guys. Number 11. Taylor Clement. Taylor was diagnosed with Mobius syndrome on Friday the 13th. It affects fewer than 1 in 4 million people. The condition paralyzed her face and deformed her limbs. At 11, doctors tried a complex surgery that was meant to make her smile. It failed. Confidence plummeted. She was pushed downstairs, mocked, kicked, and taunted for how she looked. For years, she stayed home, hiding from the world. But at 20, she started working on herself. She didn't love what she saw overnight, but slowly, things shifted. Athletics helped. After casually trying the shot put, she accidentally broke a New Zealand record. Later, she became world number 1 in her classification. That lit something up in her: discipline, strength, and pride. On TikTok, her sarcastic humor shines. She doesn't hide. She doesn't need to smile to feel beautiful. Now she inspires others just by showing up as herself. And she means it when she says, "This face is my superpower." Number 10. Olivia. Olivia spent years being sick before doctors finally figured it out: gastroparesis. Her stomach is completely paralyzed. It can't digest anything. No food, no drinks, not even water. To stay alive, she relies on tube feeding directly into her bloodstream. "My digestive system just doesn't work," she said. The tube connects near her heart, bypassing her entire gut. She started making TikToks to explain the condition and unexpectedly built a following of 45,000 people. That still feels surreal to her. She uses it to talk openly, not just about the medical side, but about everything people don't understand. She doesn't like being seen as someone to pity. That's not who she is. Her illness is only one part of her, not the headline. Her energy goes to staying alive, staying honest, and making sure others going through similar things know they're not weird or broken. She said it clearly: "I'm so much more than this illness. It's just one part of my story." Number 9. Veronica. Well, love isn't a straight line. It's a shape only you can draw. Jade, 25, from Ohio, stands 3 feet 2 inches tall. Todd, her partner, is 5'9" and non-binary. They met on Facebook, fell fast, and married within months. Now they're expecting their second child. Well, of course, trolls don't get it. They mock Todd's gender and Jade's size. Some even call their relationship inappropriate. But none of that touches them. "People see what they want to see," Jade says. "We're just a regular family." Todd didn't identify as non-binary when they first met. The realization came later. Jade's love never wavered. "It made us stronger," she said. Jade uses a wheelchair and Todd helps with daily tasks, but their bond is balanced, give and take. On TikTok, they share their story, confronting hate with truth. "Love is love," Todd said. "It doesn't need to fit a box." They're not chasing acceptance, just happiness on their own terms. Number 8. Tina. In 2014, Tina was diagnosed with stage 2 nasal cancer. Her best shot at survival? A full rhinectomy. Doctors hesitated. They didn't want to disfigure her, but she told them plainly, "Pretty means nothing if you're dead." She chose life. Before surgery, she held her kids close, unsure if she'd ever smell them again. Post-op, her youngest saw her without gauze and said, "Mommy, you need to go see the doctor." It broke her heart and made her laugh. Eventually, she was given a prosthetic, but wearing it made her feel suffocated. She ditched it after 2 years. Strangers still tell her she'd look pretty if she had a nose, and she responds, "I already do." Tina shares her story online to show people that beauty doesn't come with symmetry. It comes with surviving. She shattered the box society tried to fit her into. Her daughter says it best. "My mom taught me not to care what anyone else thinks. She's beautiful, with or without a nose." Number 7. Robert. Robert is 25, runs his own business, and skates better than most people on 2 feet. He was born with sacral agenesis. His spine doesn't connect to his hips, and his legs never fully developed. As a kid, he used his arms to get around, climb furniture, and move through the world. He tried a skateboard at age 3 and never looked back. Now it's his main way of moving. He's competed at the Barracks in LA, placed second in his first adaptive skating tournament, and holds his own against able-bodied skaters. Robert's never been interested in sympathy. He's interested in doing more. People used to stare. He used to care. Now he's too busy skating, filming, running his brand, and building his own life. His girlfriend, Shawnee, says she was drawn to his confidence. Her dad thought she'd have to take care of him until he saw him move. Robert doesn't ask for help. He asks for a challenge, and then he smashes it. Number 6. Grace. Grace has Marfan syndrome, and it's changed everything, from her dating life to the way she sees time. The condition, which affects connective tissue, gave her long limbs and a tall frame early on. But what no one sees is the aortic enlargement inside her chest. Her heart could rupture at any moment, and she knows it. "It's like walking around with a ticking time bomb," she told Truly. Instead of shutting down, Grace stepped up. She advocates through the Marfan Foundation and uses social media to connect with others living with the same condition. A lot of people with Marfan have never met anyone else like them until they find her. She gets comments every day from strangers saying they finally feel seen. Dating hasn't been easy, and anxiety is real, but she's not waiting for life to make room for her. Grace isn't hiding. She's showing up with all of it: the condition, the fear, the vulnerability, and still moving forward. Number 5. Manar. Manar was born in 2004 with a condition that stunned even her doctors. She shared her skull with her parasitic twin. The second head, fused to the top of hers, had no body but could blink, cry, and smile. When Manar became critically ill at 10 months, doctors made the impossible call: remove the twin or risk losing them both. The surgery was successful, but the twin, who had relied on Manar's blood supply, didn't survive. Manar lived for several more months before dying from a brain infection caused by surgical complications. Her short life drew international attention, not just because of her condition, but because of how visibly fragile and surreal it all seemed. Her parents made every decision out of hope, but there were no easy outcomes. Even after the separation, her body couldn't keep up. Manar's case remains one of the rarest in modern medical history, a life caught between science and survival that no one really knew how to prepare for. Number 4. Jacqueline Rodriguez. Jacqueline was born in 2001 with lymphatic malformations, abnormal tissue growths that concentrated in her cheeks, tongue, and mouth. Doctors warned her parents that she might not make it to her first birthday. They suggested ending the pregnancy. Her parents chose life. Jacqueline's had multiple surgeries to control the swelling, but the tissue kept growing back. Early on, she couldn't even swallow and relied on a feeding tube. With time and determination, she learned to drink formula on her own. Her voice box was affected, so she uses an iPad speech program to communicate. She doesn't speak much, but she says a lot. She plays tennis, learns guitar, and wants to become a nurse. Partly because she spent so much of her life in hospitals helping her own nurses. Her family says she's fiercely independent and deeply caring. Jacqueline doesn't waste time worrying about what people think. If she wants something, she goes for it. The world told her she wouldn't make it. She proved them all wrong. Number 3. Nick. Nick also has type 1, but instead of hiding, he turned it into something visible, proudly. His tumors started showing up around age 7. They're soft, flexible, and have become a part of how he moves through the world. On TikTok, he goes by "I love my flaps," joking that he can store ping pong balls in the folds on his face. His energy's real. His humor isn't a mask, it's a connection. His videos went viral, not because people pitied him, but because they saw someone refusing to let his diagnosis limit his life. He's had 2 surgeries already, with a 3rd coming. Not for vanity, just to reduce weight. He wants to help researchers better understand NF1. His younger brother calls him a rock. His friends say he's magnetic. Nick says he wouldn't remove it all even if he could. It's part of him. And the community he's built, online and off, proves you can be confident, even when the world doesn't know what to make of you. Number 2. Surya Manurung. This family lives in the Philippines. Out of 6 siblings, 4 were born with a facial condition that doctors still haven't been able to identify. Their father shows similar features, so they believe it's genetic. Their mother, however, is unaffected. Despite how visibly different they look, the family has never visited a hospital or received a formal diagnosis. Locals used to whisper that they were cursed. Some still do. Online, their photos went viral, and while many responded with support, some mocked their appearance without even knowing their names. But inside their village, they're treated with respect. Everyone knows them. Everyone sees past it. They're quiet, kind, and close-knit. Their story has raised questions doctors haven't answered yet, but they aren't waiting for the world to catch up. They live simply. They take care of each other. In a place where stares once stung, they've built a life of normalcy, and it's more than enough. Now let's move to Number 1. Miran Dejo. Miran left doctors and audiences completely stunned. Born in 1912 in the Netherlands, he joined a traveling circus in his 20s. From the moment he stepped into the ring, Miran became a living enigma. He could push swords through his body, real blades, and not bleed at all. Most thought it was a stage trick, but X-rays told a different story. The blade had pierced straight through his torso, and still, Miran stood calm and unshaken, like pain had no hold on him. Doctors were baffled. No one could explain how he did it. Was it a rare medical condition or something stranger? Miran became famous across Europe, a circus sensation who made headlines and drew massive crowds. But behind the applause, he carried something he never revealed, a strange immunity, a secret no one could explain. When he died in 1948, whatever truth he lived with died too. To this day, no one knows how he survived what should have killed him. If you've enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.